The periodic table isn't just a chart on a classroom wall. It's a profound map of the universe's architecture. Every known substance, from the hydrogen in a distant star to the silicon in your phone, has a precise, logical home here. An element's position is essentially a barcode for its chemical destiny. The table has a clear geography, divided by a jagged staircase line. To the left, you find the vast territory of metals, shiny, malleable, and excellent conductors of electricity. To the right live the nonmetals, often gases or brittle solids that are poor conductors. And walking that staircase boundary are the metalloids, elements like silicon with mixed properties that make them the foundation of our digital world. Within these regions live distinct families, organized into vertical columns called groups. Elements in the same group share a chemical personality because they have the same number of outer electrons. Take group 1, the alkali metals. They are so reactive they can explode on contact with water, desperate to lose their single outer electron. At the opposite end, in group 17, are the halogens, equally desperate to gain one electron, making them aggressive and reactive. And in the final column, group 18, sit the noble gases, aloof and stable, their outer shells perfectly full, making them unwilling to react with almost anything. This elegant organization wasn't discovered overnight. Dmitri Mendeleev first arranged it by mass, famously leaving gaps for elements he predicted must exist. Later, Henry Moseley refined it, realizing the true organizing principle was the atomic number, the number of protons. By knowing an element's address on this map, its row and column, you know its electron configuration, its size, and how it will behave. It's a masterpiece of information, a living guide that decodes the very substance of reality.